Namaskar. I welcome you all for the weekly weather uh, discussion that is on 38th July 2026. Before going to the in detail, let us look at the last week highlights of the last week highlights. The main weather systems during the past week, that is 24th July to 38th July. During this week, monsoon circulation remained active over the major parts of northwest India, central India, and Bay of Bengal. If you look at the key highlights of the last week weather, Rajasthan low pressure area has shifted to southeast Rajasthan, thence adjoining Madhya Pradesh to southwest Rajasthan, and thence to the west Rajasthan. And Bay of Bengal systems intensified from low pressure area to deep to depression on 26th of July 2026. And the further this depression has further intensified into deep depression on across North Odisha, West Bengal coast between Pardeep and Sagar Islands around 27th of July. And monsoon trough remained active throughout the period, and east-west shear zone persisted near 23° north and 24° north, supported the embedded cyclonic circulations that are being associated with these major low pressure systems. And there is also a continuous WDs which influence the northern latitudes and latitudes around 70° east and 72° east and 62° east. And by 38th July, synoptic pattern has consisted with a southward tilt of monsoon trough and deep east-west shear zone across North Peninsular India, and western disturbances over Jammu, and upper air cyclonic circulation over northwest Bay of Bengal and North Odisha coast and northeast Assam. During the past week, we had identified highest rainfall records over 23rd to 25th. Exponentially heavy rainfalls has been recorded, that is greater than 30 centimeter over Gujarat region. And on 26th of July, exponential rainfall has happened over Odisha. And on 27th July, 21 centimeters of rainfall has been recorded over Madhya Maharashtra. On 28th of July, 21 centimeters of rainfall has been recorded over Odisha, Uttarakhand regions. And on 29th, 21 centimeter rainfall has been recorded over Chhattisgarh regions. So, major rainfall activity happened over these over these Gujarat regions as well as the Odisha regions during the past week. And if you look at the weekly rainfall distribution, the meteorological subdivisions, out of 36 meteorological subdivisions, 11 meteorological subdivisions remained as a deficit rainfall, that is 59% to 20% deficit rainfall has been recorded over these regions. And six subdivisions has recorded excess rainfall over Jammu Kashmir, West Rajasthan, Saurashtra Kutch, Gujarat regions, followed by Madhya Maharashtra and Odisha regions has recorded large excess rainfall and excess rainfall over Ganstic, West Bengal as well. And 10 subdivisions has recorded a normal rainfall. Overall, the seasonal contribution of rainfall, if you look at the all India rainfall, country as a whole recorded minus 14% deficit rainfall during this end of the season, that is on 1st June to till date, that is on 38th of July. So country as a whole, if you see the percentage departure from the long period average is positive. And all India seasonal rainfall, cumulative rainfall departures during the this year of southwest monsoon till date, that is 1st June to 38th of July. If you look at country as a whole received minus 14% of the rainfall deficit. And rainfall statistics, if you look at east and northeast India, the actual rainfall received during the past week, that is 47.1 millimeter. It is less than the normal, and the departure is 49% deficit has been occurred over this east and northeast India. And season as a whole, if you look at actual rainfall received during this season is 511 millimeter rainfall, less than its normal, and departure is minus 30%. When it comes to northwest India, the actual rainfall recorded is 54.9 millimeter, and it is above its normal. So the departure here is a 4% excess, and seasonal rainfall here is 247.2 millimeter, and it is less than its normal by 10%, 10% of its departure. And coming to central India, has recorded actual rainfall of 109.5 millimeter, which is above its normal. Central India has received a 41% excess of rainfall during this week. And coming to the seasonal distribution, the central India has received actual rainfall 468.3 millimeter, which is less than its normal by minus 1% of its departure. Coming to South Peninsular India, the South Peninsular India received actual rainfall during this week is 33.1 mm, whereas the normal less than its normal by minus 33%. And seasonal distribution, if you see, look at 259.7 mm, which is less than its normal by minus 26% of its departure. Country as a whole, if you look at the country as a whole, during the past week recorded 67.8 mm rainfall, which is greater than its normal by 1% excess. And if you see the look at the seasonal distribution, the country as a whole received till from 1st June to 38th of July 366.1 mm, that is, which is less than its normal by 15%. Now, if you see the subdivisional distribution of rainfall, this is the rainfall distribution during June month. Actual rainfall occurred over country is 99.5 mm, which is less than its normal by 40%. And the subdivisional rainfall, if you look at the rainfall distribution throughout the season, that is 1st June to 29th of July, the rainfall distribution is around 366 millimeter, which is less than its normal by minus 15%. And if you coming to the forecast for next 2 weeks, rainfall for first week, rainfall remains above normal with fairly widespread to widespread activity over central and western India during the week. Heavy to very heavy rainfalls or with isolated extremely heavy falls also we are anticipating during over this region during next 3 days, and fairly widespread to widespread rainfall activity likely to occur over the northeast India during many days of the week. However, rainfall amounts remain near normal to below normal for at some parts of the region, indicating the rainfall anomaly pattern. Isolated heavy rainfall to very heavy rainfalls are very likely over the same regions, and fairly widespread to widespread rainfall activity likely to occur over the East India during some days of the week, with isolated heavy to very heavy rainfall likely over the many places, and fairly widespread to widespread rainfall activity with isolated heavy to very heavy falls likely to occur over the most places of western Himalayan region and during the days of the week, and scattered to fairly widespread rainfall activity with isolated heavy falls likely to occur over some and many places over the plains of northwest India during the second half of the this week. And coming to country as a whole, during the first week, that is on 38th of July to 5th August, country as a whole receives rainfall likely to be near normal during the week. Overall, the rainfall activity likely to be normal to above normal over the parts of West and Central India, and near normal over the remaining parts of the country. Coming to week 2, that is 6th August to 12th August, the light to moderate, fairly widespread to widespread rainfall activity likely over the most parts of the Western Himalayan region during some days of the week. Jammu Kashmir, Himachal Pradesh, and Uttarakhand receives isolated heavy to very heavy rainfalls likely during some days of the week, and Jammu Kashmir as well as Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand will receive isolated heavy to very heavy rainfalls also during this some days of this week. Light to moderate, fairly widespread and widespread rainfall likely over the northeast India and adjoining east part of the India during this week is also observed. Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Meghalaya, and Sikkim are anticipated isolated heavy to very heavy falls are likely on some days of this week. Widespread rainfall with isolated heavy rainfall to very heavy falls likely over the coastal areas of Konkan and Goa, coastal Karnataka and Kerala during the many days of these weeks has been observed, and remaining parts of the peninsular India scattered to fairly widespread rainfall with isolated heavy falls is likely during some days of this week. And coming to country as a whole, the rainfall likely to be normal during this week, and overall rainfall distribution likely to be remain normal to above normal over some parts of South Peninsular India and many parts in the East India as well. Rainfall likely to be below normal in the rest of the country during the week. Coming to the forecast for next maximum temperatures for the next 2 weeks. Week 1, that is on 23rd to 9th of that is on first week, that is on a week above normal. Maximum temperatures 2 to 4 degree are very likely over many parts of the northwest and central India, central East India during many days of the week. And coming to week 2, that is on 7th August to 13th August, above normal to maximum temperature likely to be 1 to 3 degrees very likely over many parts of the plains of northwest and east India and adjoining central India during many days of the week. There is no probability of occurrence of heat wave or warm night conditions over any part of the country during the coming 2 weeks. Coming to cyclogenesis forecast for the next 2 weeks, considering the various large-scale synoptic and environmental and climatological and model guidance, it is observed that the existing deep depression likely to move nearly westward across the Chhattisgarh. Thereafter, it weakens into depression during next 12 hours. Thereafter, it likely to move west northward across Maharashtra, adjoining South Madhya Pradesh as well as a depression during subsequent 2 days. A fresh upper air cyclonic circulation likely to form over northwest Bay of Bengal and adjoining North Odisha, West Bengal at the end of the week 1 and beginning of the week 2. Under its influence, a low pressure area likely to develop in the same region in the middle of the week 2. Thank you. For more updates, kindly log into Mawsum app, and for weekly 7-day warnings, kindly go through our daily weather briefings. And for more updates, kindly log into mawsum.imd.gov.in and kindly follow us through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Thank you. Dhanyavad.